Hello, I'm the Pirate Novelist, your captain through the rough seas of media, and let's talk Holy Grails, shall we? So this is a response video to Frank over at channel 33 RPM. Frank recently posted a video of his top 10 Holy Grails, those elusive records that seem to elude everybody, and those were his 10. I'm going to leave a link to his video in the description below. But I've picked out about 10 or so. Well, actually 10, a little more than 10. He went a little over 10 as well. These are in no particular order, and I tried to limit myself to those records that were above $40 or more. So let's go ahead and get things started. The first one is 21 Pilots Blurry Face Live. This was a live release from the band 21 Pilots. I have almost every single thing that 21 Pilots has released on vinyl, excluding the Suicide Squad soundtrack and this. This would be really nice to have because the Record Store Day or Disqueer Day release, that single had a couple of live tracks, and I know the EP as well, the one that was shaped like Ohio, I'll leave a picture up here, was also one that had some live tracks. So having a full album would be really nice. But as I was looking on Discogs, it looks like the base price for this one, it starts at $100. So that one's a little unobtainable for right now, but it would be really nice to have. At the number 9 spot, is Alice in Chains' self-titled album. Out of all of the albums, this one seems to be the most unobtainable in that it goes for the most money. This one goes for $100+. The MTV Live one that was put out seems to go for relatively decent money. The Dirt, any of the other albums, including Don't Put Dinosaurs Here, seem to actually be within that bracket that I would say is obtainable. But anything above $40 really for me is tough. So this one is just right now stuck at a Holy Grail status until they either reissue it or somehow the price happens to drop. Number 8 is Nightwish's Imaginarium. Out of all the Nightwish albums, this one seems to be the one that costs the most money, or is one that seems to be, for some reason, the one that jumps the shark when it comes to pricing. I don't know what it is. I'd rather have maybe Dark Passion play, but just in terms of what I was looking at objectively for this list, this one gets on there just for the insane price that it happens to go for on vinyl. Number 7 would be Audioslave's first album. I am a huge fan of Chris Cornell, and it was just a shame his passing last year. And this was one that was kind of on the list for a while, kind of not, but as of recent, it has now become into that status of Holy Grail. So hopefully there is a reissue and the price drops down significantly. And if there is, and I'm not seeing it, please let me know in the comments down below, because I would love to have this record. Or any of these records, in fact. The next one, number 6, is Opeth's Heritage. The reason this is on here is because most of the pressings that I have seen on the secondary market happen to go above $40 or more. And the list here, of course, is those ones that happen to go above $40. Opeth is a recent band that I absolutely love and dig. Very awesome metal band. If you have not checked out Opeth, you absolutely should. They are fantastic. Coming in at number 5 is the Pretty Reckless Going to Hell. I absolutely adore this record. I have worn out my CD version time and time again. I've made multiple mixtapes of it for my car, but it seems that the vinyl version eludes me for whatever reason. It's always at a price point that I cannot afford. So hopefully one day it will actually come out at a decent price and I can just scoop it up. Number 4, which is probably arguably the one that means the most to me, would be The Strange Case of Hailstorm. I have looked at all these online, and for some reason this one just happens to be just above the price range that I'm willing to pay for it. So right now, it really is one of those grails. And this album is probably my favorite out of all the Hailstorm albums. And I love all of them. But this one arguably is my favorite. It's what got me into them. And it's the one that means the most to me. Numbers 3 and 1 are arguably the ones that I would put at the number 1 spot. So it was really hard to kind of swap between the two. But at number 3, we have all Paramore related ones. This is the Singles Club box set, the Paramore Holiday Sessions, the Summer Tick EP, and the vinyl singles. With the Singles Club box set, these were 3 singles that had come out in between the band's release, Brand New Eyes, and their self-titled release. We fans of Paramore did not know if they were going to release more music, and 3 singles had come out on vinyl, and at that time I did not collect vinyl, so I passed on it, unfortunately, and I'm kicking myself because this is probably the number 1 thing on my list if I have to pick a grail, but there's something just a little more that I want that means a little bit more to me. So that one will always seem to elude me. The other one is the singles from the Holiday Sessions. These were the 3 ukulele songs in Paramore's self-titled album that came out on Record Store Day. I was unfortunately not able to get a copy. As much as I was looking everywhere I went, online, sites were crashing, I was unable to get it. I do have the Ain't It Fun single, which is signed by the band. I am very happy to have that, but this Lotus single seems to elude me, and it's now got to be Holy Grail status because those prices are just ridiculous for 3 songs. The Summer Tick EP is a CD. This is the only CD on the list, but it goes for $45. And $45 for an EP is just a little too much to ask for a CD. I can always make a copy. I have the CD. I have a copy of the CD somewhere. It's not an original copy. I'd love to have an original copy. But a friend gave it to me. I do listen to that, but it would be nice to have a nice copy to put on my shelf. And of course, all the vinyl singles that ever came out from Paramore back in the day when they were releasing singles with Riot. Number 2 is Tool's Anima, and this one is probably the one that goes for the most money. This one goes for $300+. Hopefully Tool will reissue this. I do not think that is going to ever happen. So this one is going to be the white whale of the collection. I do not think I will ever be able to purchase this, but it would be nice to have a vinyl copy of Tool's Anima. The last one, the number 1 on my list, number 1, is 2 releases by the band Tonight Alive. Their first EP called Consider This, and their second release called The Other Side. Consider This is released on 3 7-inches on 3 different colors, and each one goes for about $75 or more. And The Other Side is sitting right now just above $40, so both of those are technically out of my reach, so it would be really nice to have them one day, but they will always stay at that status of white whale until the price drops down, or I actually get the money to fork over for it. Thank you so much for watching. These 10 grails are just going to hopefully stay grails unless I get some stupid money or the price goes down and there's a reissue. It was fun to take a look, though, and really think about 10 records that I would absolutely love to have in my collection. If you want to check out Frank's video, I'm going to leave it in the description below. And until next time, as I always say, when the waters get rough, keep on sailing.